Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Sunrider, Mask of Arcadius. It's another, I think it's free as well on Steam. I downloaded a load of games for free a while back, and now I'm finally making my way through to playing them for you guys. So, it's a visual novel style game, and I think there are battles involved as well. The only visual novel I've done so far is what you would have seen last week, which was Without Within, which was very short, like less than half an hour. About 15 minutes or so. I think this one's a bit longer, so let us see how it progresses. First arrival, I guess. This story takes place as we live today, in a universe reminiscent but vastly different from our own. Humanity has spread to the four corners of the galaxy. Subjugating all life, we have become the dominant species throughout the stars. Yet, we are far from secure. War brews from the northern quadrant of the galaxy. Pact, the People's Alliance, has toppled the once mighty New Empire. Led by a mysterious individual known only as Vinxar Arcadius, Pact seeks to subjugate the galaxy under its new world order. Distant from the brewing clouds of war, the neutral world of Sierra seemed safe from the approaching Pact war machine. It is on this quiet world where our journey begins. Of course it is, a neutral planet. Captain Cato Shields looks out of the window of his orbital shuttle. Below him, he could see the glittering orb that was his home, Sierra. Beyond it, a vast sea of stars stretched on for as far as his eyes could see. Shields leaned forward on his seat and spoke to his pilot. The pilot was obscured by his seat, and Shields could only hear his burly voice humming in the tinny radio. "How much further until we get there?" "Just a moment now. Can't wait until you meet the girl, can you, sir?" "I haven't seen Ava since we were in high school. I doubt she even remembers me." "The commander? Psh, not her. I mean the Sunrider. The newest ship in the fleet." "Here, let me turn the ship around and give you a view." Shields leaned against his window and laid his eyes on the Sunrider. Colossal in size, but still sleek-looking, Shields found her to his liking. The behemoth vessel stuck a deadly image, like a poised arrowhead at the ready. Aye, there, have a look at her, so advanced that the brass needed to train a new line of officers to fly her. She looks a fine vessel. Just hang tight, Captain. Won't be long now. The shuttle continued its docking approach. Shields sat tight as the shuttle neared the Sunrider and docked. After exiting the shuttle, Shields walked through the airlock and entered the Sunrider's hangar. "Captain on deck!" "Welcome aboard, Captain. First Officer Ava Crescentia, reporting for duty." "It's been a while, Ava." "Same to you, Captain. The last time we saw each other was your graduation in high school. I didn't ever dream that I'd ever become your commanding officer." "Neither did I." "It'll be just like old times again. Anyway, don't be too awkward around me, alright? I'll be counting on you from now." "Understood, Captain." "I'm not sure you understand." "Understand what?" "The whole captain thing. It's just bizarre hearing you call me that." "I do believe that is the correct protocol for a first officer, is it not?" Never mind. Give me a report of Sunrider's status." "We've been working for the past 2 weeks testing her systems. She's prepped to go on your words, sir." "Good. Sounds like High Command wants us out of here ASAP." Tell me more about the Sunrider." "She's the newest ship in the fleet. She's armed like a warship, but built like a carrier. We can field up to 12 riders and also provide capital ship support for them. Her biggest asset is the Vanguard cannon. I took a gun from a battleship-class warship, modified it extensively, and put it on top of our ship. Still, it works like a charm and can rip holes through ships over twice as big as ours. Not only that, but the Sunrider can be flown with a crew of just 50 and has one of the most efficient warp drives in the fleet. We'll be able to jump across the galaxy in just days. Sounds like a fine vessel." "Tell me more about this orange alert." "Don't tell me you don't know. Reinars surrendered to Pact just this morning. Already? That's another neutral world that's been taken by Pact. Not only that, but Pact's taken Minerva, Barona, and Gerald in the past 3 months. One neutral planet after another. What do you think that means? Encirclement. We're next. Exactly. So that's why High Command's not taking any risks. If any hostiles enter our gravity well, we're to open fire first and ask questions later. Let's move on. What's next on our agenda? First, a tour of the ship. Oh, good. As you've noticed, this is the Sunrider's hangar. We can store up to 12 riders here. I don't see any riders here. Where are they now? We won't be receiving them until Wednesday. Once they're here though, you'll be able to access them and order equipment changes here. This is an interactive map of the Sunrider. You can use it to navigate around the ship. We're going to head up to the bridge, up above us on Deck 1. Try using the map to navigate there. Make sure you click on the Deck 1 tab first. That seemed unusual. Right, Deck 1. To the bridge! This is the Sunrider's main bridge. This is where you'll be commanding the ship. That's a pretty fancy star map in the middle. You can use the star map to plot our course and warp to our systems. I'll also usually be here if you ever need me. Okay then. This is engineering. The ship's main reactor is located here, and we can also use the lab to research and construct new equipment. Unfortunately, the research lab's not open yet. That's also going to be available on... Oh, that's also going to be available on Wednesday? Correct. This is the ship's mess hall. We can come down here and eat and relax after work. Sounds good to me. Oh, Captain, you dirty dog. Oh, and now she's going to show you to your captain's quarters what's going to go on in here. Finally, these are your personal quarters with, are they like wicker chairs? Looks like I've moved up in life. Wow, it's almost like a loft in Sura City. Please don't mess up your room too much, Captain. Wait, seriously? Seriously? That's not how you talk to your captain, goddammit. I've already got some ideas of how to redecorate it. You can come here to access your personal logs and other material. Furthermore, if a member of the crew needs your help with something, they'll be waiting outside of your door. You can use your map to walk around the ship. You're encouraged to interact with your crewmates whenever possible. Alright, a happy ship makes for a strong ship. And that concludes our tour. Like I said, I'll be in the bridge most of the time, so you can come to me if you need any help. What's next? I'm afraid we'll have to cut the formalities short, Captain. Like I said, Command wants us out of dry dock as soon as possible. We are scheduled for our first live engine test. We'll be sailing port shortly and making one loop around the moon. Fine with me. Let's return to the bridge and see what the Sunrider is capable of. All hands, this is your captain speaking. Man your stations, activate the main reactor and light the engines. Momentarily, we'll begin a live test of our engines by sailing port and making one round to the moon. We are to enter orange alert as soon as we clear port. Raise shields and scan for any possible hostiles. I know this is just a test, but keep your guard up. I want everyone to be on their feet in case we run into any problems. Main reactor is coming awake, Captain. Power is increasing. Wake Our Lady up, Ava. We're getting out of here. Aye, sir. Helmsman, light the engines. Engineering reports the reactor is working within parameters. Power is increasing to the engines. Blast off in 3, 2... Ugh. The hell was that? Checking status. Engineering reports the reactor core is still stable. No explosions reported in either deck 0 or 2. Captain, the only place that blast could have come from is outside. Outside? As in... Contact! Pact warp signatures detected. What? Missile boats. They jumped in right under our noses. Red alert. Cancel the engine test. Aye, Captain. All hands battle stations. This is not a drill. This is turning out to be one hell of a maiden flight. Ava, what's our weapon status? Limited. The Vanguard cannon is still offline. We have flak turrets, saviors, and a few shots of hell darts. Ugh. Captain, you're not seriously thinking of taking the Sunrider into battle, are you? We haven't even completed any of our engine tests, much less any munition checks. No time like the present, Ava. And from the sound of things, I don't think Pact's going to wait for us to finish our tests. Get the ship operational, double time. Aye, sir. Helmsman, all power to the engines. Warning, we have inbound one enemy. An enemy missile frigate took aim at the Sunrider. Captain Shields gritted his teeth, and the Sunrider's engine sparked back into life, painfully slowly. Ava! Uh-oh. Oh dear. Simultaneously, as the frigate launched a swarm of missiles at the Sunrider, her engines roared into life, lurching the ship forwards. The missiles struck the dry dock supports exactly as the Sunrider flew out of the resulting fireball. Behind her, the dry dock collapsed in a chaos of steel and fire. Captain Shields breathed a sigh of relief while Ava looked utterly unaffected by the peril they were just in. You're right, she does look very, very bored. We're in the clear. Sunrider is joining the fight. Fire weapons! Take these bastards out! Battle stations. Right, let's have a look at what happens here then. Welcome to the tactical screen, Captain. From here you can issue orders for the crew during battle. In front you see the battle grid. This grid shows where friendlies and enemies are positioned on the battlefield. You may click and drag the left mouse button to move the camera around the battle grid. Furthermore, you can use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. To issue an order, simply miss that. Moving and attacking expends energy. Each unit has a finite number of energy points. Once all the units under your command no longer have enough energy to act, your turn must end. Packed units are indicated by the red ring. Your current objective is to eliminate all packed units from the map. Sunrider is armed with a comprehensive suit of weapons to fulfill this task. Laser-based weapons have the longest range but deal little damage. Kinetic-based weapons have short range but pack a punch. Missile-based weapons have both long range and firepower, but are limited in supply, so must be used wisely. Use weapons, destroy vessel, good luck, blah blah blah.
The Sunrider awaits orders.
Right, so I suppose I can fire... Wait, so how much energy do I have altogether? Where does it say? Is that my energy? So can I, like, move to there and then fire a missile at this guy?
Our missiles are away.
Oh yeah! I'm gonna blap blap you. Blap blap. Blap blap.
The enemy has taken damage.
Booyah! See, that's what you get for messing with Captain Shields. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't do it. Uh-oh. Oh no, now they blap blap me.
Our hull is holding.
Good. Actually, I've got fuckloads of health compared to you guys. My turn!
Awaiting orders.
Right, it takes 70, so I could move down here and then laser your ass. Oh no, kinetic.
Initiating shock.
Boom, boom, boom!
The enemy has
Yeah,
taken damage.
that's right. I kick your ass! I'm pretty sure you're dead now, aren't you? Yeah, you're dead. Big loud explosions in space, because that would happen, obviously. Victory! Destroyed enemy ships. Oh, look at all this... Look at all this stuff I got. Our forces are pushing the remaining packed units back. The packed frigates are no longer a threat. Join the rest of our fleet. Let's pitch in with the mop-up operation. Aye, Captain. 2 missile frigates down with hardly a scratch. Not bad for my first command, huh, Ava? Charge up Trinities again. Let's give the rest of those missile frigates a parting gift before they warp out of Syrah. Aye, Captain. Charging Trinities. They must have been trying to warp in missile frigates and take out our ships before we could respond. Given how small the attacking force was, though, I'd say the entire operation was... Alert! New contacts on scanner! More missile frigates? No, it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. Holy shit. That's a big mofo. Sweet mother of God! What is that thing, Ava? I don't remember Pact having anything that colossal. I'm just getting intel from HQ. It's the Pact Super Dreadnought class warship Legion. Over 3 kilometers in length, armed with enough guns to take down a fleet 3 times our size by itself. That thing's Venixar S. Arcadius' personal flagship. HQ has issued a general retreat. All units are to fall back. The Prime Minister's office has been advised to issue an immediate unconditional surrender. Retreat? It's over already? Warning! I'm detecting a massive power surge coming from it. Wait! Brace for impact! Holy shit. My fleet has gone bye-bye. What disgusting firepower! Battleships Gallant and Bohemian Maiden have been sunk. The Fearless has sustained severe damage. Hull breach is reported in Section 34A. Our port trinities are no longer operative. Break away. Our ship doesn't stand a chance against that. The enemy warship is powering its weapons again. Uh-oh. That looks like a super cannon. At the fucking planet? Report! The warship's nuked Sirius City with that last shot. I'm still trying to figure out the scope of the damage, but unbelievable. To use a weapon of that magnitude on a civilian target. More than 1 million civilians have been lost. All contact has been lost with our civilian and military leadership. The rest of the Sirius Space Force is scattering. We're going to get overwhelmed if we don't get out of here. What are your orders, Captain? Captain! The Sunrider began to pound as more enemies arrived. Shields wiped sweat from his brow and saw that his hand was soaked. The pounding wasn't coming from the enemy. It was his own heart. Fall back! Fall back. Warp to the nearest safe harbour. Understood. Navigator, punch in the fallback coordinates into the computer. Spool up the warp drive and prepare to jump. Shields took a final look at his burning homeworld. This wasn't the end. He was going to be back, no matter the cost. Warp out in 3, 2. Warp! That didn't look like a warp, that just looked like I drove out quite fast. Sunrider. Well, that was quite an interesting start. I quite like that, actually. Besides the whole cliche of it, obviously. Shield sat at his office, writing his daily log. It's been a week since the fall of Sierra. Despite our best efforts, we've been unable to regroup with the rest of the Sierra Space Force. The crew is starting to fear that we may be the only ones who got out of that massacre in one piece. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to believe that too. I don't know what we're going to do, or what next steps to take. All I know is that we're going to be alone from now. The doorbell interrupted Shields' thoughts. Come in. Captain, any news of the fleet? None. The crew's beginning to get worried. We've been doing nothing but scanning for the past week. If a packed force finds us, we're sitting ducks here. That's agreed. I think we've wasted enough of our time here. What's left of our government surrendered and was dissolved 6 days ago. I don't think there's any hope in looking for our military anymore. Aye. Tell me something. What's a ship without a flag? Sir? Well, a pirate ship. Pirate ship Sunrider. I like the sound of that. Are you suggesting we go rogue? I don't think we have much of a choice. Our government's no more. We're going to have to go it alone for now. So, what are you suggesting? Pact won't get away with what they did to our home. We're going to take the fight to them. With just our one ship? We'll find allies. We're not the only neutral world to have been conquered by them. We find others like us, build a fleet together, and then retake all of our planets one by one. I suppose you've already got a plan. I'm not the kid you remember anymore, Ava. We can't let ourselves be defeated so easily. If Pact pushes us, I say we push back. The Sunrider's still got a lot of fight left in her yet. Alright, we fight. I must say, Captain. What's that? You still haven't changed a bit. In the meantime, what are your orders? We'll warp to the nearest neutral planet of Tideria. Chances are, after the fall of Sierra, they'll be more than likely to be jittery about Pact. Understood. This ship will be prepared to warp at your command. What's the status of the Sunrider? She's had better days. We had to sail port before we could finish any of our tests. Our missiles are empty and our Vanguard cannons are still offline. And that's not even the worst. We had to leave Sierra before we could pick up any of our riders. Not only that, but we're missing our chief engineer and our doctor. Both research and development and the sickbay are still dark. We tried to make do with what we have. We'll have to resupply and finish our tests at Tidaria. On that note, I have one more issue. Running a ship is going to take money. I've looked in some ways to raise some immediate cash. The various galactic powers all post bounties on rival factions. I've been putting together a folder containing letters of marque from all governments currently aligned against Pax. In other words, our only way of making money right now is privateering for other planets which have a grudge against Pax, which is pretty much everyone, I'm guessing. Correct. We'll be paid a sum of money for each Pact target we sink. The bigger the targets, the bigger the reward. Alright, keep me posted on the money situation. How are you holding up, Ava? I'm fine, Captain. There's no need to worry about me. Are you sure? Yes, we've got more immediate problems than that. I suppose you're right. Indeed. Still, if you need to talk about anything, my door's always open. Report to the bridge. I'll see you once I'm ready. Understood.